nerds and nerdettes. It's big, super C-list Saturday. We heard the word super over and over again because we're talking about Superman, the movie.
Yeah, I think that was overpowering your voice there. You could have just yelled a bit louder
Okay.
into the microphone. Want to try it again?
No.
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to
everybody.
the show. Before we go on our hiatus.
Hiatus.
Yes. So, yeah, welcome to the So Villainous and Evil show here on the C-List Villains podcast. Yeah, look at my host to my left. Oh, my right. My right of screen. Yeah, Mr. Big Bad Evil Fat.
Big Bad in the house.
Yeah, and then
I'm super fat today.
Super Fat and Super Villainous Red here. Yeah, we saw the movie of the weekend,
did.
and yeah, we like to discuss it with here and with you guys and see how what your reactions are and what your thoughts on this James Gunn version of the big blue guy in tights.
Yes.
Mike, take it away.
Well, the Superboy is talking about Superman now. Me and Red seen the movie last night together. He drove
closer to the mic, Mike.
He drove hours away just to see the movie with me so we could talk about it. Yeah, it was great. It was probably the best DC movie since the first Batman with Michael Keaton. So we're going back away for greatness of a movie.
No, you're the one going that far back to even recall anything DC did great. But go on.
No, I'm saying the movie was great. I was highly entertained. What makes a good superhero movie is the supervillain, and the young man who played Lex Luthor was very villainous. He was a villainous red character. Yeah. Without Lex, the movie would have been so-so. Superman, Mr. Cornwall was fabulous as Superman. As me and Red were talking about yesterday. Isn't his name Cornwall?
Corn Sweat.
Sorry.
Yes. And then the actor is playing Lex Luthor is Nicholas Hoult, which you should recognize him in movies like X-Men, Days of Future Past, or X-Men First Class. What was the other one?
Who did he play in X-Men First Class?
He played the Beast.
Oh, he played Beast. Oh, yeah, you're right. He did play Beast.
And then he was on Furiosa or Mad Max Furiosa. Yeah, he played the guy who got sprayed with the glitter paint.
Oh, he did. Yeah, you're right.
Shiny and new.
That's right. Yeah.
And then he played a zombie in this rom-com. I forgot what it was called, but it's.
Oh, he played Oh yeah. It was Warm Bodies.
Warm Bodies. Thank you.
Yeah,
actually a pretty cute flick there. Yeah.
But we're talking about Superman today, not zombie rom-com.
You recognize Nicholas Hoult?
Yeah, now I know who he is. Now.
Oh, is it also one more? He's on Renfield.
Yes, he's Rainsfield. You're right.
Yeah. So plays opposite of Nick Cage. Nick Cage is Dracula. He plays Renfield, the manservant of Dracula.
Yeah. Wow, he played in a lot of movies. Now that you say it, now I know him, and he was fabulous as Lex.
Yes.
One of the best Lex Luthors that there's been in movies since Gene Hackman played with Christopher Reeve in Superman.
Yeah. Well, I guess I can name at least 4 that played Lex after
John Cryer.
John Cryer, Michael Rosenbaum, Jesse Eisenberg, and Kevin Spacey. And I think Kevin Spacey got the job because he played Dr. Evil in Goldmember.
Yes. 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 Yes.
So when they did that little fake movie shoot in Goldmember, I think that kind of was a shoe in for Kevin Spacey to get the Lex Luthor role in Superman Returns, which is very underrated Superman movie. I think it still ranks up there as probably top three.
Top three.
Top three, yeah.
And
Yeah.
number one and number two is the first
1978 Superman,
70 Superman.
2025 Superman Returns. Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
below that would be Man of Steel.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right.
I mean, it's no slight against Zack Snyder and Henry Cavill. You know,
No,
everybody-
and as we were talking about yesterday, um, what's his name again? Corn. What's his name?
David Corn Sweat.
Corn Sweat reminded me of Henry Cavill. At times I thought that was Henry Cavill.
They have chiseled looks, chiseled uh features on their jawline, but also David has the boyish looks of a Tom Welling.
Yeah, you're correct. I agree with you. I agree with you. Yes.
In shots, yeah, especially with the CGI, it eerily looked like Henry Cavill, and then
Yeah, especially in the fight scenes, in the close-up fight scenes.
Yeah, I don't know how far you want to go in the deep end or with the spoilers, but
No,
yeah,
let's spoil it out there. The people are watching us. They probably already seen the movie. They're nerds.
I don't want to put it much out there, but when there's a certain fight, David Cornsweet in different angles looks like Henry Cavill, and then in closer shots, he looks like Tom Welling, especially when he's doing the little lovey-dovey scenes and the whole Big Blue Boy Scout kind of deal.
Yeah, yeah. The Boy Scout. I like I said, the Boy Scout was great. The other villains are true villains in the DC universe, which was good. They didn't really make up one except Ultraman, who comes from Earth 616 and is part of the crime syndicate.
Whoa! Don't get it mixed up with Marvel 616. I think that was Earth 1, right? Or
No.
Earth.
Here, let's Google it.
Yeah, get the Google machine. Where is Ultraman from? Where's Ultra?
What universe is Ultraman from in the DC world?
Ultraman. Nebula. Nope.
Earth 3.
Earth 3. See, 616 is Marvel.
616 is Rick and Morty, too, right?
No. C137 is
yeah, Rick,
is
that's right. You're right.
Hero Rick.
You're right.
Rick
You're
Prime.
Right.
Yeah, Rick Prime is from the Prime universe of Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
And later in the discussion we'll there's a little connection we made last night as far as like Hawk Girl and and Bird Person.
Yes, we did. Bird Person's daughter.
Yes. They make the same sound, okay, when they attack, and I don't recall, probably because I didn't really watch it that much on the CW as far as like what the I guess the what was that one, the Heroes of Tomorrow or some shit like that.
Oh, you're right. Heroes of Tomorrow.
Yeah, they're on there, and then plus Hawkgirl was on Black Adam.
Yeah.
I don't remember them having the shrieking sound, but yeah, Hawkgirl in a different universe could be Bird Person's daughter.
Exactly. They even look alike.
Yeah. And if you've seen the current season of Rick and Morty, she makes an appearance fighting alongside Bird Person on their daddy daughter in the office workday, which is pretty funny episode. But I digress. Move on, Mike.
Well, let's talk about the movie, how it started and how it ended.
Let's pull up the trailer and then we'll
okay.
Let me know when you want to pause it and then if you want to talk about the certain scene being shown, then yeah, then
Okay. Okay.
we'll
All
we'll,
right.
we'll
Fair
give
deal.
the spoiler alert kind of deal, and then yeah, but
Okay. All right. Let's do it. Let's
you
roll the trailer.
you people have been warned that yes, there will be a bit of spoilers here, just because we've already seen the movie.
Some of us
Well,
seen it twice.
yeah,
I
yeah,
won't say
yeah.
who.
Okay, yeah, full full pull the curtain. I did go watch the movie before our bro date, so yes, I watched it twice.
See what kind of guy this guy is.
Hey, like I said when off air, that you can't be a villain if you don't do villainous things. Right? Right?
Right.
Right? Right.
Right.
Let me know when to pause it.
Pause it.
Are you being serious right now?
Okay, right here. Right here.
You're pausing it in the love scenes.
No. This is a significant scene because a lot of the plot gets exposed here during this interview with Lois and Superman. We also get a more human side of Superman because when you think you're doing something good, but you're actually doing something bad, and then Lois points it out that you can't be doing this stuff without getting permission from parties involved in order for you to do the certain things you need to do. And I get that. And previous renditions of Superman, yeah, he was kind of has free reign around the earth to stop these things. But now on this timeline, or at least in this day and age, you can't really fly around willy-nilly without having kind of warn the people there that you're arriving, because then everybody's gonna think you're a threat, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, the Boy Scout should be able to be a Boy Scout, and this
Yes,
movie,
but
this
only
movie,
in his area. He can't be a Boy
right?
Scout in
But
in somebody else's
what's
backyard.
his area? What's his area? That United States is only his area. New
Well,
York.
that's where he's known to frequent, right?
Well, just Metropolis frequent then. So you're saying he can't go out of Metropolis? He can't go to Kansas where he was like raised and be
Right, he can
Superman?
go to Kansas, but it's within the continent that he's in. Because I people's assumption of Superman is that he's American. You don't hear him speak a different language.
No,
He's a he's a
but
white
he's not
guy.
American. He even says himself in this movie he's Kryptonian.
He's
He's
Kryptonian.
Kryptonian.
He's an alien, but
Yeah.
his adopted parents gave him an adopted name, gave him a Kansas birth certificate. So yeah, Clark Kent is an American citizen. No one knows that he's Superman. But
Except
Superman,
Lois.
Superman kind of resides in Metropolis because majority of his adventures, if you call them, are there. Just like Batman resides in Gotham, and all his adventures are kind of enclosed in that space.
Okay. Yeah, I get it, but you're
Yeah,
making it sound what I don't want to say. You're making it sound woke, and it's not a woke movie
it's not. It's
whatsoever.
not. And people are saying
It's
that.
not, and you're making it sound woke. So
I'm not making that woke. It's
the
it's
audience
just
out there is going to say,
you're
"Oh, well,
you're
he's
not
changing."
infringing on my territory, but you are crossing the line. And if I wanted you in my space, I'd allow you. But in the first situation, or the first time you do cross my space, you kind of have to ask for permission, right?
You think if I'm doing good, um, I'm saving your dog from being destroyed by a building, and I didn't ask permission to go in your backyard to save your dog. Do I still need to ask permission?
In some situation, yes, because that's what if I did plan that attack on my dog, and I'm just watching it. Yeah, it's an asshole thing for me to do, and you being a concerned citizen, wanting to do good, then yeah, you have a right to say something about it, but you can't do nothing about it without provocating a fight with your neighbor, right?
Well, gloves are on.
Gloves are on. I mean, if you're
And
gonna
then
do
that's what this
anything,
movie's about. Gloves are on.
yeah, yeah,
So I mean, no matter how you slice it, that Superman is going to be Superman, just like Batman is going to be Batman. They're not
yes,
going to change,
yes, yes,
And Superman's going to do what Superman thinks is right, no matter what. And that's in the comic books. Superman becomes like omnipotent and takes over the world. And in the New 52 series, I forgot the name of that those 7 books, 8 books, where he becomes the ruler of the world. But
yeah. That's
this Superman is not becoming the ruler of the world. This Superman is a Boy Scout still.
oh, that's the fear that most people have is that you have unchecked power. If you don't show him the boundaries that he can't cross, then he's kind of like assuming that he can do that without any kind of reaction or action or punishment because he is overpowered.
He's the most powerful being in the world.
Yeah, but
Next to
no one other than other metahumans that this term will come up now because it seems like it's a new thing for not for casual comic book fans, but it's been around for decades.
decades.
There's other metahumans who are able to at least go to toe with the Man of Steel.
Oh, there's more than a couple.
Yeah, yeah.
And more than a couple of evil villains that can go toe to toe with Superman too, and actually beat Superman. Hi, Miss So, I missed you.
Got stuck pooping. Story of my life.
I heard that line before. I heard that one before.
Many times for me.
Many times.
Yeah.
The first time I met Red like face to face in San Diego, first thing he said to me is, I can't talk now. I got to go poop.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. When I arrived at the hotel,
You arrived at the hotel. First thing you said, you have to go.
like, hey, I'll make the introduction. It's me, the guy you met on the internet. I'll go through the rest of the introductions after I drop the kids off at the pool.
And you did.
So it makes for great first impressions. Okay?
It does. I'll never forget it.
And yeah, it makes it easier when you're not thinking about having to grow a tail while having a conversation with a new friend.
Yeah, a meaningless conversation too. Just take a shit and get it over with.
Exactly.
All right, let's move on to the trailer.
All right, let me push play. Let me know when you want to
Okay.
pause it, and then we'll talk about that scene.
Okay.
You'd let me interview you as Superman.
Sure.
And here's what we were talking about, guys. We're talking about the interview. Lois getting to know Superman for what Superman is, and Superman lets Lois know exactly who the Boy Scout is.
I love sitting in the bathroom. I have some of my deepest thoughts in there.
Me too.
I do too.
I think we all do our best thinking there.
Yeah, the best thing is in the bathroom taking a shit. I also go through a lot of scenarios in my head, like whether or not if I'm able to save the world while I'm taking a shit.
I've never thought about that, but I thought about taking over the world, but never saying.
Like that scene on Lethal Weapon, right? When
when they
Earth
bombed
Power
the
was taking a shit?
toilet. When
Yeah.
they bombed the toilet.
Yeah. Like how do I get myself off a pressure sensitive bomb, right? Well, I'm currently sitting on it, right? Like, and I'm by myself. Do I just have my dogs pull me off?
And you got little dogs.
Yeah. Granted, there's about 5 of them, but shit, I don't think they can handle about 300 pounds.
Really? That's how much you weigh? I don't think you weigh that much.
Yeah, I got heavy bones.
I never thought I would never say if someone asked me how much does Red weigh, I would have never guessed that weight. I would have said 220, 230.
I was at that range a decade ago, but now too many donuts and then mom's good cooking. It's still it's kind of taking its toll on the physique, but it's fine.
Okay, let's move on from Lois picking Superman's brain about
Yeah,
doing
so this is the
things.
scene. Yeah, this is where they kind of build up the story, how Superman's actions on having to save the world has
Repercussions.
unintended consequences. Okay,
Repercussions.
all right.
Here we go.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for
I
what
know,
some
it's a
might.
lot of fire,
It's a
but-
lot. Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions.
This guy,
Mr. Flag.
yeah, he is the new Rick Flag. He was also Crossbones in Marvel. And
So, just since James Gunn did some other stuff in DC, like Rick Flag's son died in Suicide Squad.
okay, so this is Rick Flag Senior.
This is Rick Flag Senior.
There was a report that's saying that he kept the hair black because he was filming another series.
Oh,
And
really?
so that's why he doesn't look comic accurate. But in the next iteration, or at least the next DC film that he's going to be in, his hair is going to be white.
Well, yeah. So when we were watching the movie, when Rick Flag came in, I knew that was Rick Flag Senior because James Gunn killed Rick Flag in Suicide Squad.
Very early, too, in the movie, right?
And kind of in the middle, he was killed by Peacemaker, who makes a cameo in this movie. Peacemaker shoots him in the head because
That's right. It does.
Amanda Waller told him to kill him.
And we're talking about the Suicide Squad after.
The second one
Yeah, well, technically it's.
with Starro as the villain.
But technically it's the first one for Gunn.
First one for Gunn.
I don't think it's a sequel to the other one.
No, it's definitely standalone. Yeah, it's definitely standalone.
Yeah, it's not a sequel to the one with I forgot that other director, but still, that one was such a mess.
Yeah,
All right,
that one's a hot mess.
Yeah.
Except I love Captain Boomerang. So
yeah,
It's funny.
My actions. I stopped a war.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I did.
all right. Online, people online are putting two and two together here. That the current situation right now in the real world, where there's a country that's currently overtaking one side of it.
we're talking about Russia and Ukraine.
No, and another one.
We're talking about Israel and Palestine.
Exactly. And so they didn't say the countries outright. It's two completely made up countries, but yet the association to Israel and Palestine are stronger. That even like the like political fans are making the connection. Which is amazing for some reason.
I didn't make the connection with Israel and Palestine. I made the connection with Russia and Ukraine myself. So
Yeah. Well,
that's
there's more than one conflict, but yeah,
that's what I thought it was going. That's what I thought they were talking about.
but definitely it's the ones they're trying to find anything wrong and woke up about this movie are making that connection really.
Yeah,
and it's amazing that they are. It's like, okay, if you're making that connection, then you know which side of the history you're on.
right. Exactly. You're 100% right.
Every movie is going to have some politics. We can't help it. We're all woke, just in different ways. Shoot, sometimes I wish we were all asleep.
Yeah. Well, that's the only time I'm woke is when I'm asleep.
Yeah, well, and I mean, like, I just want politics to be boring again.
Yes, I want. I know we're going on tangent. We're talking about Superman, which is a great movie, and I loved it. But we're talking about a little bit of politics now. I wanted to go back where the news didn't have breaking news every 5 minutes. That's what I want.
And policy wasn't ruled by Twitter or by tweets.
Yes.
Or now truths.
Oh yeah, that's what they're called now. They're called truths now. I forgot.
All right, moving on.
Moving on. Just
In
wait
fact,
before
you
you go.
illegally
That
entered-
gentleman right there in the black with the U on his chest, that's Ultraman. Just to let you guys know.
And
then
more to
there's
that
Rick
later
Flag,
in this
And then
review.
there's the engineer.
Engineer is the female to the Ultraman's left, and then Rick Flag Senior on Superman's right.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Which are all pretty prominent characters in this movie.
In the DC world, they're not made up stuff like in Green Lantern. You know that movie. They made the villains up. So these are true villains.
Oh, yeah, the one with Ryan Reynolds is made up characters.
Yeah, made up characters. There was no villain in DC's world like that. I can name a couple other movies that had made up super villains.
Okay, well, Mike is the DC expert, and I'm not, so I'll follow Mike's lead on that. Politics affect everything in our lives. That's the problem. I long to live on the island with Wonder Woman and get away from the rest of the world.
Wonder Woman.
I would pay to watch a show with Miss So and the Amazon Princess. Yeah, I would. I would pay premium pricing for that one. Moving on.
country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. Did you consult with the president?
No.
You
See that big sigh right there?
I seen it.
See that big sigh? That's like him thinking like, you know what? Maybe I should have told people I was gonna do this.
Or maybe it's like, fuck you, I can do what I want to do. I'm Superman.
That too. And there's that dichotomy. Like, in order to do good, you have to break a rule, break a law.
Well, I always said that sometimes you got to break glass in order to fix it.
Yeah. Well, it's also easy to ask for forgiveness than having to ask for permission. And I live by that mantra every day. So if I were to piss you off because I wanted to do something, and then I apologize later, I already did the thing. So you can still be mad about it, but I'm sorry I did. Just like me watching the movie prior to us watching it last night.
You are a villain, a true
I
villain.
am a villain. All right, moving on.
seemingly acting as a representative of
I
the
wasn't
United States
representing
will cause
anybody except for me
problems around the world.
and doing good.
Yeah, exactly what I said. I'm representing me and doing good.
Well, is Superman a country to his own?
Yeah, he is.
He's a planet to his own, but this isn't his territory. He was sent to Earth as a refugee because his planet was blowing up.
He was sent to Earth with a kind of a lie as a what to do when he got to Earth too.
I mean, on this universe, yes, it's he was sent there to rule. In other versions of Superman, he was sent there to be the
Boy Scout, which he is.
Yeah, the not the silent sentinel, but at least the guy that's helping people, you know, being, I guess, Mr. Policeman. This scene pissed me off.
Why? Because I love this scene.
Because I think the people of Metropolis are so desensitized with the danger that it's like, oh shit, there's Superman and the Justice gang right now fighting off this guy, right?
No, they're fighting off a kaiju. They're fighting off a kaiju.
Safety. Was that?
No, they're fighting a kaiju in this scene.
Exactly, but there's danger, and you have this kid in the middle of the street almost getting crushed by debris that the kaiju had kicked up. And the rest of the crowd was like filming the damn action. Like, when you're not leaving, you're not clearing out.
But that's how the world is now. They got the cell phone in their hand, and instead of helping, they bring the cell phone out and start filming, like they're Martin Scorsese or something like that. Yeah, I hate that. But I loved how the Boy Scout wanted to save the girl instead of
the girl, and then there was another female that he saved, then a squirrel
and a dog.
Yeah. I mean, it's all for the movie having that kind of distraction because you have the Justice Gang fighting the Kaiju 2 and Superman playing support right now and just doing the safety around the Kaiju. Which I feel that he's holding back in order to, like, he wanted to rescue this thing and like turn it into a pet for a Universal Zoo.
But there we go. I go right back to keep saying this. He is a Boy Scout. That's what Boy Scouts do. He's not a true hero.
Well, says Superman was always an arrogant jerk. He should have been an arrogant jerk in this one.
Well, he's not. He's a Boy Scout. He's doing exactly what Boy Scouts would do. I'm gonna help the old lady across the street. I'm gonna bring food to the starving people. I mean that's what Superman does in this movie, and that's what makes this movie so great because he is a true Boy Scout
And
no
then
matter what.
we got a gold scene within this fight where we see an Asian guy also watching the action in front of his store, having a snack, and eventually get knocked down by the debris.
Yes.
And still gets back up, watches the action, and eats his snack again.
Yes.
All right, moving on. Let me know when to pause it.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die.
Right there?
Right there.
Okay, he no longer looks like Henry Cavill nor Tom Welling. You know who he looks like here?
No, who?
Shooter McGavin!
Hell, you're damn right. He does look like Shooter McGavin. You're right, like a young Shooter McGavin.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Some of his Hot Toys looks like Shooter McGavin. So I think the McFarlane line, yeah, I think kind of corrected it on their end, but yeah, on some of them, it still looks like Shooter. Moving on.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Okay. Sorry. There's a little throwback to the first Superman. You know how the first intro to Superman, like all the letters had this 3D effect?
Yes.
James Gunn did it on this one too. And you'll see it.
And especially if you watch this in 3D.
Yeah, it's great for 3D. I love this dog.
Me too. Crypto was not only comic relief in the movie, he was actually a true hero in the movie. And if you're a dog lover like me and Red, you just wanted to hug the dog. I wanted to reach out the screen and just give the dog a hug.
That's why I wanted to get home last night too. It was like, man, I gotta go see my dogs.
If you're a dog lover, this movie is just gonna add to your liking of the movie because Crypto is.
It doesn't pull your heartstrings. It just it makes you appreciate dogs even more, though.
Yeah.
Superman feels the need to save everyone else, so he doesn't have to work on his own issues. You're right.
What issues does Superman have?
He does have insecurities.
He has insecurities, but he doesn't have any other issues.
No. Lois had pointed out more of his insecurities during that interview, and the fact that he interviewed himself.
He interviews himself. Yeah. Well, I mean,
that went front page.
Throughout comic book history, he interviewed himself. It's not the first time we knew this.
People will catch on, like Lois said. Like, hey, you're getting these quick interviews with Superman. Like, people are gonna catch on. Like, are you the same guy?
But in this movie, they mentioned it like for 30 seconds that his glasses hypnotize you, so you don't know who it is. And all the Superman lore that I knew, he only wore like real glasses. He didn't have any hypno glasses that he wore.
How can he have prescription glasses when he has perfect 20/20 vision?
No, but in this movie they mentioned like in the second.
Yeah, it's some kind of like
hypno glasses.
Yeah, and okay, I'm gonna go back into my metrosexual days here, and usually glasses or hats or something to use for distraction, right?
Right.
You're peacocking, which means that you're kind of strutting your stuff. Like no matter what your style is, there's a certain point in your style in your repertoire that like people have pay attention to, like that way to distract them from paying attention to something else that you lack. And so the glasses itself, that yeah, people will pay attention to the glasses, and then look at the overall being, how he's a bumbling fool. Okay, this guy does not look like a Superman.
Right.
Okay, so it's more than just.
But
hypnotizing.
but the bumbling fool is the Clark Kent. Remember, this guy is working with like dual personalities. Redhead metrosexual day. We need proof.
Honestly, I don't know.
I never had one. I'm letting you guys know out there.
I think those pictures died with MySpace and Friendster. But if I run into a photo with my metrosexual gear on, I will send it to Miss So. Only Miss So, not you, Mike. Only Miss So.
I don't want to see it. I don't I don't want to see it.
All right, moving on.
Love that dog.
Your choices.
Right here.
Okay,
This
let's talk about this. I have a whole bunch of issues with this. I don't know if this is James Gunn's version of the Phantom Zone.
Sort of. Also, look, they made a fucking popcorn bucket out of it.
It's badass. I love that popcorn bucket.
Right there. Available at Century Theaters.
Is this Lex Luthor or James Gunn version of the boom tubes used for Darkseid to come to Earth? So I'm thinking the next villain is going to be Darkseid, and they're going to use this Lex Luthor boom tubes to come to Earth. Because that's what they got to be. Because I mean, Lex in this movie, his boom tubes kind of explode and cause havoc more than all the other
fabric of space and time.
Yeah.
And
so I'm thinking this is going to bring Darkseid into the DC universe, into James Gunn DC universe.
Yeah,
this is my prediction.
It's quick and dirty, right? Just they already established that you could be multiversal from the sheer fact that he's already ripped time and space with this thing here. And then so anything could come through right now. So it took, I don't know how long for the MCU to establish a multiverse. 12 movies, right? Around there.
Yep, around there.
And this one started out with Superman. So yeah, now you're in the multiverse because of this. Miss So says, no, don't know me. Protect your online privacy. I'm a female narcissist. Everyone
is
narcissistic.
A narcissist.
There's certain level of narcissism in everybody.
So that's what I think about this Phantom Zone that's in this James Gunn movie, that Lex makes the Phantom Zone, not Superman's.
Yeah, and it's not like
Fortress of Solitude.
It's not like they flatten the glass around the people, right? It's just a zoo and filled with all of Lex's enemies. And the fact that the Superman had a hard time breaking out of this is you can see in the background now. There's a whole lot of light. It's another character very prominent in DC himself that that kept Superman at bay because he was able to turn into kryptonite, so weaken Superman. And if there's a MacGuffin, a plot device that kind of helped us out, because the character behind him is Metamorpho. Metamorpho's kid, baby Joey's on the other side of this box being held hostage. It's like, in order for Metamorpho to comply, he would have to the kid was being threatened to be unalived. Correct by one of Lex's goons. So Metamorpho had to make sure that Superman was kind of
in an incapacitated state.
Incapacitated, yeah. Not like me. Not everyone is a narcissist.
You're talking to two narcissists, so
Oh, there's
there's
level.
more of them out there
There's
than you
level
think.
of narcissism between us three.
Let's move on.
If I get too much of it, then let me know. Moving on.
Your actions.
See, this lady was smart. She was running from danger, just real slow. Okay.
That's what makes you.
Oh, go back.
Can you go back? Can you go back a second?
Right here?
Yeah. Now stop it. That in the background is a imp from another
Space
universe.
imp.
And instead of going out there and fighting it, Superman says this is a weak enough character that the Justice guys can handle themselves. So Superman still can determine what he needs to do and what he doesn't need.
He can take a break. Seeing how there's the C-list guys can handle the danger.
So I go back to the saying that when it's time to be a Boy Scout, he's a Boy Scout. And at this moment he wasn't needed. He knew this imp could be handled by Guy Gardner, Mr. Terrific, and Hawk Girl. These are the Justice guys in this
Justice
movie.
Gang. Working name.
Let's go on.
Actual MPD, Mike? Just curious.
What?
I rarely meet others like me.
Well, you met two. Me for one. I'm definitely it.
No, I think we all have a soulmate, a twin that equally matches our energy. And yeah, I think I can find that some of those traits in Mike and you, Mister. That's why we all get along so well. Moving on.
That's what makes you who you
Okay. If no one knows, I'll let you know now. If you have watched the season 2 of Walking Dead, and remember this old bald dude named Otis.
Yep.
Who ends up getting killed by a walker after Shane blows off his legs and uses them as a sacrifice in order to get away. This is Otis now. So, in a different universe, Otis survives the zombie apocalypse and becomes Superman's dad. Okay?
Okay.
you are.
This part.
This is the best fight scene in the movie.
Did you get Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 vibes on this?
I got Guardians of the Galaxy 2 vibe. Yes, I did. Only thing they didn't have is a kind of a catchy music sound montage in the background.
There was this cute song that got louder because Lois was in this bubble and they kind of enhanced the sound. It was coming from a little like transistor radio. And you saw these guys fall out of the sky like they did in Guardians, and then with Mr. Terrific with his T-spheres acting like Yondu's arrow. Like he's pointing directions to go hit these guys, and then it gave so much of Guardians vibe on there. And then the fact that he actually grabbed on one of the balls and then got floated up to the other side of the spear, just like how Yondu did with the arrow. Did you catch that, Mike?
I caught that. I just thought this was the best fight scene in the movie.
Very
the best fight scene in the movie. And Superman wasn't involved.
What?
And Superman wasn't even involved.
Oh yeah. I think a lot of 80% of the fights with Superman involved was kind of plain up until the end.
And to give some people in the background, a little bit of background information about Mr. Terrific, he is an Olympic-style athlete with 9 PhDs. So he's one of the fourth smartest being in DC world. And we're looking at number 2 right there, Lex Luthor. But yeah, Mr. Terrific is a great character. He's more of as Red said, a C-list or D-list character in the DC universe, but he's just gonna get a big pop right now with this movie.
Well, I don't know what James Gunn does, but he's doing some magic here because he's taking properties aren't like the top of the list heroes or characters in their respective universes, and then bringing them to the top. He's just taking whatever he has as far as like the source material and giving these characters more new life and giving them new fans. So with Guardians, they weren't even at the top of the list as far as like being that team. It's always going to be beat out by the X-Men, the Avengers, and the Fantastic Four, and then X-Force and other
Well,
teams. And then they get to the Guardians and within like the
and the
lower tier.
Guardians are not even the top of the list of the space ventures. Starjammers are number one, and then
Yeah.
Guardians.
Yeah, but with James Gunn's direction and how the movies went, now they're up there.
Yeah,
and seeing how he's treating this, at least treating Mr. Terrific, people are already asking, "Hey, when are we gonna get a Mr. Terrific standalone movie?"
yeah. One of our buddies, his name is Victor, and he's not really a comic book guy, and his knowledge of comic books are very limited. And that's the first thing he said when he walked out of the movie. He wanted to see a Mr. Terrific standalone movie.
I feel, I feel it's gonna be one of those black exploitation films, but it's a very cool black exploitation films like Shaft theme. That's what I'm getting at. Miss O says, I want to see a Superman / Planet of the Apes combo. How would that work?
Yeah, how would that
I like
work?
that idea.
The Boy Scout would overpower them.
No, unless they were Kryptonian apes, which were also powered by the Kryptonian sun, which made in that case that they're both equally at the same level of strength.
Well, an ape is stronger than a human, so
Yeah.
the apes would be actually stronger than Superman.
Which will make a pretty good battle. How did you like this actor as Lex? He's a good actor. Yes, Nicholas Hoult.
Fabulous.
Fabulous. He's also taking some characteristics from Michael Rosenbaum, a little bit from Gene Hackman, none of it from Jesse Eisenberg and John Cryer, and maybe a bit of Kevin Spacey as far as being a maniacal kind of evil villain.
I think he's the one that made the movie, Miss So.
Yeah,
If
and
it wasn't for Lex being the villain that Lex is, the movie would have sucked.
he plays on the obsession of Superman and bringing him down a peg or two. You know, he plays on that so well. It's like this whole being needs to eliminate him, and he goes through his like whole monologue at the end. It's very powerful.
And just remember this, so Lex doesn't have any superpowers. He's just intelligent. So for him to go up toe to toe with the Man of Steel is something terrific.
I like Lex more than Clark, but Gene Hackman version. Gene was funny. I think the Gene Hackman version was kind of like ruined. And this is not disrespect to Gene to Richard Pryor. You already had a comedic character in Otis. You didn't need to bring Richard Pryor on there. I don't know. Must have been a studio decision to bring Richard Pryor in the third movie.
Well, Richard Pryor was so famous during that time. He was in everything, and I guess they just wanted to have him in there for
it's a cash grab. It's a cash grab by the time you're in the third movie anyway.
Yeah.
Jesse was awful. How he keeps getting movie roles beyond. Actually, he's decent, and he has a new movie coming out. It's the sequel to Now You See Me, Now You Don't. So that's gonna be a franchise right there. I know Gene wasn't comic accurate. He wasn't.
He
But
was.
everybody's interpretation of the characters that we read about in the books, it's going to be different, but it
Yeah,
works out well. And I saw Superman before I discovered comics. I was like 5. Superman came out in 1978. No, November 1978, which was 2 months and 2 weeks after I was born. So I didn't get to watch Superman until I was 4, which was 4 years later than when it was released. And I like to thank Betamax for that.
Betamax. Nice.
Betamax. It was
Nice.
out on Betamax by that time.
Sony's great invention, Betamax.
Yes. These movies were okay. I like the magician angle. Yes. And Jesse Eisenberg in Zombieland, I think he's
I
great
thought
there.
he was great in Zombieland.
Yeah. He plays the awkward nerd. I think he's kind of pigeonholed
Typecast?
into that.
He's typecast in the awkward
Yeah.
nerd.
Yeah.
I think when people see him, especially as the Lex, because Lex is a completely maniacal villain, to see Jesse Eisenberg's face and they think that, oh, he's just this nerd. I thought he was great. I thought he was great in Scott Pilgrim Saves the World.
No, that's a different guy.
That's a different guy?
Yeah, that's Michael Cera.
Oh, they're both the same. They're both the same guy to me.
That's okay. They always mix up Michael Cera and Jesse Eisenberg. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, both Gene Hackman and Jesse Eisenberg are gingers, so that's probably the only reason why they kind of went in that direction with the hair and all that stuff. But other than that, Jesse Eisenberg would have been a better Riddler than Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
He's not a man. He's an it. He's somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation.
That speech also kind of reveals more of the plot. So anytime Lex speaks, pay attention to it.
Yes. Because he doesn't.
Here, Mike, your first reveal of the Justice Gang. Hold on, let me rewind it here. Come on, a little bit more.
Yeah, I think you
The
went
entire
over
world's conversation.
there.
Right here. Get them clear. Yeah, right here. Hawk
So
Girl.
you get Guy Gardner as Green Lantern, Hawk Girl, and Mr. Terrific.
You would think that they would have at least DC and WB would want more prominent characters than these three to, like, I guess, be part of the Gunn DC universe. But did you think that Gunn just handpicked these guys because they were more the oddballs?
Well, I think Gunn, because in a JLA, Justice League of America, Guy Gardner becomes the leader of the JLA in a I guess a arc of the JLA, and
Gotcha.
Mr. Terrific and Hot Girl, and I think there's Metamorphos in there, which is in the movie too.
Yeah, which you get introduced like late, I think, on the third act.
And of course Batman and Superman was in that group too. So and we do get to see the Hall of Justice. They're in the Hall of Justice. It says the Hall of Justice.
Yeah. That nice little Easter egg there.
Yeah.
Miss So says he's dehumanizing Clark because he's an illegal alien. Very, very meta right now for as what is going on in the current situation in the U.S. today.
Yeah, and he doesn't
dehumanizing a certain group,
and he doesn't refer to Superman as Superman or even Clark. It's it throughout the whole movie. It.
Just like the current situation where they're dehumanizing the people they're prosecuting to make it palatable
to send them to third world countries.
Yeah. Did that in all X movies too? Mutants were supposed to be represent LGBTQ folks and immigrants. Yes. And the funny thing is, like, these books have been in the ether for decades now, and yet people still think of it as woke. Like, it just shows you that these people don't read. History will always show, like, this is what happened, and it's bound to happen again because you don't read. Reading is fundamental, folks.
Yes, correct.
All right.
I will not accept that.
Right, he looks okay from the bridge of the nose up. It's Tom Welling, and then nose down is Henry Cavill. You see it, Mike?
I see it.
Okay.
Your boots. I'll go get them for you.
Can you go back,
Which one?
Greg? Where Guy Gardner is using his there. Now, when you watch the movie, just stop right there. When you watch the movie, Guy Gardner is using his constructs, but they're big giant fingers. They're giving like the fingers to the bad guys. So the constructs are all like fingers like this.
Yeah, they're
knocking
coming out
down
of the ground and just pushes the armored vehicles away. Some that are being crushed.
I thought that was hilarious. That got to be a James Gunn thing because maybe he's giving the finger to
A certain person
yes,
or group.
I say to a certain person.
It's okay to traumatize brown and black kids, just not the other kids. And this is being Miss So being sarcastic, not sarcastic, because she's what's that word I'm looking for?
But what are you looking for?
That not jokingly, but being
Sarcastically?
no, well, at least half serious, but yet not serious. It's what is that word? They'll come to me. They'll come to me later. But go on.
Good. No, I just was letting people know that the constructs that Guy Gardner's doing is something that you might not well expect from a
Starkey work. Starkey works. Yes, it does. Starkey does work. Yeah.
Okay, go on.
You have a dog?
I love this dog.
I love this dog too.
Yeah.
The dog's in the opening scene and the ending scene.
Yeah. Okay. There are 2 postseason credits you gotta look out for. It kind of in the first, I guess, minute of the credits you get one, and then all the way to the end of the credits you get another one. But it doesn't continue. It doesn't show anything for the next movie, but it's more like a funny take.
Yeah, it's more than fun. It's not like an outtake kind of thing.
Yeah. I definitely stay through it if you've already gone through it's more than a 2-hour runtime, and so don't drink a lot of fluids because you would have to take a break and take a leak.
Yeah, you don't want to miss a thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, and maybe you should watch it twice and maybe 3 times. There are a lot of cameos in this, and not just facial cameos. Some of them are just voices, and you'll recognize them right away because they've worked with James Gunn in previous movies.
Yes, this is a plethora of James Gunn characters.
A plethora. What is a plethora, El Guapo?
A whole bunch.
Okay. I haven't seen the movie yet. We'll see it just for the doggy.
Go see it, Miss O.
It's fun. It's fun.
It's fun.
And then form your own opinion. I mean, everybody has expectations on this, and the ones that I feel that say it's not good only watch it because they want to find something that they don't agree with, and then give it a little score.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
But even some of the people that I've known, at least I could say they're associates, and knowing that they're kind of like right leaning, they still enjoy the movie because yeah, even though they're kind of right leaning in their mindset, they're still comic book nerds at heart, and they had a good time watching the movie.
Yeah, for a comic book nerd, this is a great movie. You're walking out of there saying, "Oh my god, I seen a good DC movie." Instead of the crap that they've been churning out for years, except their cartoon line of DC movies is absolutely fabulous. I want everyone out there in C-list villain world to go to Netflix or whatever your streaming thing is and watch a DC cartoon.
Yeah,
Uh,
Netflix has a good collection. If not, go through Max. The DC animated universe, it's
it's far,
leaps and bounds better than the Snyderverse.
yeah,
And I know I'm gonna piss off a lot of Snyderverse fans on that one. But that's just the damn truth.
I agree 100%.
There are just some things you could do better in the animated universe than you could do it on film. And the fact that the studio execs do not touch what they do with the animated films. They don't touch that at all. Because they feel like it's just that extra thing, that extra money they make from these like cheaply made cartoons, but yet they're written very well.
Voice acted great.
Yeah. And movies is where they make their bread and butter. So if their mindset is, hey, let's pack it with a bunch of big stars and but give it a shitty script and we'll still make money off of it, even though people will complain about it.
But I haven't complained about any of the cartoons. All the cartoons have been fabulous.
Oh yeah. Batman Ninja, that's probably one of my favorites right now. I'll probably watch it again.
I would say for a first timer out there, Flashpoint Paradox.
Oh.
That's a good one to start out. It's the new 52 lineup, and it'll get you into the DC world really quick.
And so I still love the extended Justice League movie. It was just so much better. Yes, the Snyder cut was leaps and bounds better than the cut that Joss Whedon did after Snyder left, because it just felt like that Whedon had to put his mark on it. So he cut and pasted whatever he can to make it his movie versus just finishing what Snyder was doing. So out came that garbage. Yeah, Whedon makes some good stuff. It's just recently, it just seems like garbage. That's the best way I can describe it. That's what I describe it.
Yeah, and I'm a Josh
Whedon
Whedon
Vampire Slayer stuff. Then I think that
yeah.
at least he does well there.
I'm a Josh Whedon fan, and that stuff he turned out for DC is just terrible. Yeah.
And I know it's in Avengers. The first Avengers it's kind of aged now, and yeah, it was good at that time. But every time I see it on like network TV, I kind of skip it because it's gotten a little bit campy. A little bit campy. I still like catch glimpses here and there. I'll catch a scene or two, but I can't sit through it all the way through anymore because it's like, what is this? Because because the MCU got so much better after that. The writing got so much better. The directing got so much better. But hey, as the course of life, it goes through its ups and downs. Same thing with the MCU. Same thing for DC. So weird. How old was the first one? 22 years. 2008 was Iron Man. First Iron Man movie.
Was that the first one?
I think so, because it came out at the same time as Tropic Thunder. Yeah, Iron Man, 2008. and then Tropic Thunder came out the same year. So that's when like that Robert Downey Jr. just got got back on his feet, and his stars started rising again, and after all the drug charges and such of the late
waking up in bushes in Beverly Hills.
yeah, exactly. It feels like I saw the first Iron Man. Actually, if it did, it was streaming on like FX and TBS, TNT, USA. All these network channels are just constantly just cycling through the MCU movies, and it just feels like it's better than HBO because you get to see the stuff you want to see, but with commercials.
Right.
So if you feel like it's been fresh in your mind, it's because these channels do play it over and over again. Just like right now on my TV, it's the Harry Potter the Half-Blood Prince. That's constantly playing on all of NBC's channels, replaying every weekend.
Well, Red, what do you give it in a comic book score?
I had to convince a friend to go with me. She didn't want to go. She loved it for Iron Man. Okay, and Robert has come a long way. Yes, and adding on to that, after the death of Julian, who played the Doctor Doom in the first Fantastic Four movie, Julian gave his blessings for RDJ to become Doctor Doom, and so yeah, because they wanted to cast Julian to at least be part of the universe as a variant, and unfortunately he passed away a couple days ago. As far as my score for Superman, because I saw it twice. 9.6 in the comic book.
I was going to go 9.62 myself. I would say 9.6. So in the comic book world, that's a great score.
Great score. It maybe has it one spine tick, or maybe just a dog ear. One, a color breaking spine tick. Yes, he died a couple days ago. Apparently, he was fighting cancer. He went out the way Chadwick Boseman went out, and just went out fighting and kept his condition quiet. Yeah. How did I find out? Oh yeah, memes. Every social media, if they already had posted the meme, especially if you're on Twitter, and the news is pretty good still there, at least for entertainment wise and sports. But that is such a cesspool, social media, and Superman describes it best in one scene. They have a bunch of robot monkeys just manning computers and having to talk shit about Superman, and these monkeys are supposed to be like the bots in Twitter. And it's
there's a saying that if you get 1 million monkeys typing at one time, they're gonna have one Pulitzer Prize. One of them's gonna come out with a Pulitzer Prize.
Yeah,
I think
but this situation is just a bunch of monkeys who are the bots talking shit, just like the monkeys on Twitter talking shit, and then being paid to do it. You got a population of 320 million Americans here, and then you have 1 million Twitter bots out there having the same message. So yeah, the math isn't mathing there. OMG, that sucks. Just like Bowie, no one knew he had cancer. Get yourself checked out. Anybody watching or listening, get yourself checked out. If you're overdue on your prostate check, go get checked out. Do the little
poop in the box,
or the poop scraping thing that Kaiser gives you. Do it right away, because the earlier you catch it, then the more likely that you are to survive longer.
Yeah.
Because all we want for you really is to live a little bit longer and enjoy these movies with us and all this forms of entertainment.
Absolutely.
We
love you guys out there in the universe.
Yes. I took a break from my phone. Also stopped watching the news completely because I was so tired of hearing about the war and the insanity every day. I am very overdue on a mammogram and colonoscopy. Get it done, so.
Get it
And
done.
it's okay to take a break because it is,
Overwhelming.
yeah. There's just so much stress in the world right now, and then sometimes you gotta have to take care of yourself,
Yeah.
as you should. And for us here at the Soul Villainous and Evil, we are gonna be taking a hiatus. It's more for having to find a new outlet because we are using StreamYard, and StreamYard itself is getting increasingly expensive. So maybe we'll come back to StreamYard and a limited, well, no, we won't go our usual hour, do a 30-minute session instead, which still more affordable than what we're using now. Or we'll go to another avenue. But definitely we'll keep an eye on it for us. We'll be back in probably a couple of weeks as soon as we get everything signed up and transferred over to the new streaming service. And then the rest of the guys as well will come along with us. So
Yeah, today's a little sad. We love Superman, but well, we're going to be gone for a minute or two, and I enjoy this outlet. This outlet gives me a reason to not to live, but to express my opinions. Because this is a catharsis more than anything for me, and I know that maybe not for Red, but I need it for my own self health. So being gone for maybe 2 or 3 weeks is going to be a little sad for me because I'm going to miss on Saturdays, our Sundays, our Tuesdays that we used to be on. That being here with you guys out there means a lot to me.
as do I. It'll give us a little bit of a little breather just to get our creative juices as well. Because there are some things on the docket that I still need to get to, just haven't had time because other stuff happening in life. And then creating that thing that promotes our content it's really what I should be aiming for. That way we can get out there to a bigger audience. Yeah, I mean, granted, we're not internet famous. we do
Because
like
we're villains. That's why
we're villains. We like doing the show, and we like talking to you guys, and it it's a great therapy for us and for people who come on here with us. It's just it just gives them an outlet to talk the nerdy stuff, and
the nerdy stuff.
yeah, we get this stuff on with our friends as well, and sometimes it's not a continuous conversation. It's like spurts.
Yeah,
but with this we can concentrate for the hour that you have us on here to talk about the stuff that you want to hear. Let's see here. Please don't leave me for IG. I will pay for your streamer subscription to stay on YouTube. IG is a drug for me. I can't go back to IG for FB or do IG, FB, NYT. All right, we'll be back. We'll be back. I'll keep you in the know, Miss. So I got your number. I got your number. It's all just. We're talking about a 40% increase here from $500 to $700 a year. So yeah, so we're gonna find at least a more affordable version, at least for the five of us here. So it probably will stay on this platform. It's just going to be in 30-minute spurts instead of 1 hour. But that's for us to talk about real quick in a couple of weeks, and then we'll get everything cleared up by August. Okay.
Right,
Yeah. Who's not needy? Who's not needy?
I'm needy. I got an N tattooed on my back because I'm so needy.
Wow, you've never showed me that before.
I'll show you when we're in the hotel in Comic-Con.
All right, cool. Well, for now, everybody, thank you for coming here. Thank you for joining us on the show, and be on the lookout in the next couple of weeks for us to come back. And yes, we love you, Maso. We love everybody here. Mike, where can people find you? And where's
you can find me now on some social media because after I was Zuckerberg, I'm back. Everything is real Evil Fett. So you just go to IG or Facebook or whatever and type in real and then Evil Fett. And that's why I should come up.
Yes, and he'll be starting on an OF soon.
Yeah, only feet.
Only feet. And then you can find me on IG, Villainous Red. Also find me on Facebook under my government name. And again, we have the text line. I don't remember the number anymore because it's been so long that. Hold on. This is your 209-975-7597. 209-975-7597. That is still the Sealess Villains text line right there. It still gets a hold of me through there. You can get a hold of me through there. And then the Sealess Villains gmail.com is our email. Yeah. So we'll see you again in a few weeks. Maybe in the new same channel but different streaming service. Have a good evening, guys.
Love, peace, and cosplay.
Mucho gusto.
Thanks again for listening to another episode of the Sealess Villains podcast, your cultivators of the comic culture. Make sure you follow